So the van itself, it's a VW T5 2005, it's the T32, so it's rated to carry the highest weight of any of the Transporter vans. It's got a 130 brake horsepower engine and it's a 6-speed manual as well. So lots of power, yet it's still quite economical because of the 6-speed gearbox. Now on the outside I've fitted some 19-inch Range Rover wheels. Now pretty much all Range Rover wheels are all load rated for these types of vans, because the Range Rovers are rated quite highly themselves and they're also rated to carry quite a lot of weight. So these are very suitable wheels for the Transporters. You see a lot of people fitting the BMW X5 and the Range Rover wheels, and I think these look quite nice indeed. 19-inch, so there's plenty of gap still left in the actual arch, but it gives a nice comfy ride, and they look quite nice as well, especially compared to the standard ones. Now when I was doing the respray, I thought I'd add a little bit of extra sparkle to the paint, so I've added some metal flake in both the blue and the white paint. Now the white's a hell of a lot more subtle than the blue, because the white has a mother of pearl flake in it, and that really only sparkles when it's pretty much in direct sunlight. If you can see it, if the camera's going to pick it up, it's just going to be a sparkle of light greens and purples, things like that. Whereas in the blue, that's had a mixture of blue and red metal flake put into the clear coat on top of the blue paint. And this itself, when it's in the sun, as you can see, just sparkles like crazy. Now with it being metal flake, if the van isn't in the sun, if it's a dull, overcast, cloudy day, anything like that, then as you can see here, it just looks like a bog standard blue and white respray. Nothing sparkling, nothing particularly stands out about it, other than the fact that it's a nice two-tone spray. But then, as I say, when you move back into the sunlight, it just starts sparkling again like crazy. I really do like the white as well, but it's extremely subtle and can be very hard to pick up on camera. And I don't even have a monitor on the back of this camera, so I can't see if it's picking it up or not, but we'll see. I'll have a look when I get back and I'm editing this down. But as I say, it's really nice. I like how it's turned out, and especially considering the state of the bodywork when I first bought the van. Any subscribers will have known what the bodywork was like when I first bought it, and if you haven't seen those videos, have a look on my channel, because I've documented the entire build of this van, job by job, from the day I bought it all the way through to the converted van that you see now. So I say, if you haven't seen the condition of the van when I first bought it, have a look at those videos. I'll put some links in the cards at the top as well, so have a look at those card links as well, and that'll go through to some of the build videos for this van. So as you can see on the outside, I've also got the vents for the Electrolux 3-way fridge. I've also got a 270 watt solar panel on the roof, and I've left enough space on the back of the roof to fit a small little 28cm skylight if one was ever wanted. I haven't fitted one, but it was a case of if anybody wanted to fit one in the future, there's still space up there for one. At the back of the van I've also got the reversing camera, because the rear doors don't have any rear windows. So I've got that camera wired up to a live monitor feed at the front of the van. So that camera basically acts as a rear view mirror, because it's on permanently as soon as you turn the ignition on. At the back there's also the fresh air intake and the exhaust for the diesel night heater that's also fitted inside. So exterior wise, that's pretty much everything covered. As I say, it's pretty much basic really. I've just took care of all the sort of rust issues that were on the van. Got it all the way back down to flat paint again, and gave it a full respray. And as I say, considering this is the first time I've tried spraying anything with a compressor, anything with a spray gun, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. As I say, to get a professional metal flake respray from a body shop, you'd be talking probably £3,000–4,000, if not more. So I've saved myself a hell of a lot of money by doing this myself. Now on the inside of the van, you can see I've fitted some Mazda RX-8 heated electric leather seats. The driver's seat's fully electric, the passenger seat's manual, but they're both heated on heated mechanisms, and the passenger one is also on a swivel base, so that swivels round as well. There's the monitor for the reversing camera, and if I just put the key in the ignition, that should come straight on. So there you see there's a permanent live coming from that rear view camera, so it means because there's no rear windows in the back doors, you've still got a permanent live, just in case you've got motorcyclists, normal cyclists riding right behind you. You can't see them in your normal wing mirrors, you can still see them with the reversing camera. So I'll take you into the inside of the van and show you all of that. So on the side of the van I've fitted a bonded tinted window. I did have a smaller little caravan window, but I didn't like the look of that, so that's been fully replaced with a fully tinted, fully bonded window, and I think that looks quite nice. That's come out nice especially compared to the old window that was in it, and it does let a hell of a lot more light in than you would actually presume with the actual tint of it as well. So on the inside, as I see, I've got the RX-8 seats. That's the passenger seat on the swivel, so that's facing the rear of the van. So that's just additional seating, additional comfy leather seating as well. Now to the side of it, I've got a fully built kitchen unit with a brand new SMEV 9222, and that's the hob and sink unit. Brand new, never been used at all. That's got a brand new micro switch tap, and it has its own water storage cupboard there with the micro switched pump, and it also has external drainage going directly beneath the van, so you can just pop a wastewater container underneath the van if you're away, collect all of your wastewater, or if you're at a more friendly site you can just let it drain off into a field, because it's generally just dishwater, drain water, so it's nothing harmful or anything like that. Once that's locked up, next to that is the Electrolux 3-way fridge. Now I really like these fridges. The old saying goes, they don't make them like they used to, and I stand by that on the actual fridges. You see a lot of the newer 3-way fridges having circuit board issues, this, that, the other, but the older ones, there's very, very little to go wrong, so they just don't go wrong. I've used these in a couple of caravans that I used to use before I got into the vans. I've also used 3 of these in van conversions since as well. Never had a single issue with them. As long as the van's parked level, they'll always fire up on the gas. 12 volt while you're driving around, and 240 volt if you're on hookup as well. And that just provides a nice little bit of extra additional fridge storage as well. Now to the right of that, in there is a gas bottle storage cupboard as well. That's accessed by a door flap next to the bed unit as well. So that's gas storage, 3-way fridge for all of your food, water storage. Now next to that there's also a 130 amp hour leisure battery. That's connected to a 110 amp hour split charge relay. And as I mentioned before, there's a 270 watt solar panel up on the roof, and that's wired up to its own solar controller there. And I've also got the 240 consumer unit with the 240 plug sockets as well. So it's going to be ideal for on-grid camping where you've got full electric hookup, or off-grid with the size of that battery under there and with the solar panel on the top as well. There should be no issues with running out of 12 volt power at all whatsoever. Now on the inside, the full van itself has been fully carpet lined. All the metal work's been carpeted, all the ply panels have been carpeted. There's new ply panels on the sides, new ply panels on the headlining, a brand new headlining sheet that's been stuck down with vinyl just to break it up rather than having full carpet going all the way around. I've just put a nice sheet of vinyl going along as well, and that just breaks up the interior nicely. Behind all the panels I've got Recticel insulation, which is the same type as the Kingspan Celotex type stuff, and that's insulated throughout, including all the high top as well. I've also built a new overhead locker, and to that I've got a 24-inch 12 volt Cello TV. That's on the TV bracket mounted to the access hatch for the overhead storage. So you just lift the TV up and that gives you a nice big storage area above the driving cab. I say there's loads of storage up there, and in the van itself there's ample storage as well. Because in the back I've got a nice U-shaped sofa bed, and under each section of this bed is also storage. Under the front section here I've got a little slide out area for a little portable toilet, and that's sectioned off underneath the bed so that can't slide backwards or forwards. That's just pretty much its resting place right there, just in case it was ever needed in an emergency. In the far corner back in that corner I've got a diesel night heater. As you can see, the control panel's just up in the top corner there. So if it means that if you're going away during the winter, you can just put the diesel night heater on. That has its own fuel tank as well, so you don't have to worry about draining the van's fuel supply dry. So as I say, if it's ever a chilly night, pop the diesel heater on. That runs off a thermostat as well, so you set the temperature you want the interior of the van to sit at, whether it's 20 degrees, couple more, couple less, and the heater will kick in and out as needed to maintain that temperature. Now the bed itself, it's a really good sized bed this. It spans the full width of the van at the back, and at the top here it spans all the way across to the kitchen unit. So it's just short of 1.2 meters wide there, going to the full width of the van just behind the kitchen unit. Lengthwise it's 2 meters long, or this big long cushion here is 2 meters long, and by the time you move a ply board across, do a couple of rearrangements on the cushions, You get a pretty much 2 metre bed lengthways, almost 1.2 wide, expanding to the full width of the van at the back as well. So I'll just pop the camera down just to show you how quick and easy it is to make the bed up. So as you can see there, that's the bed made up. It spans the full width of the van behind the kitchen unit, and it's only this very top end where you're restricted by the kitchen side unit. So looking at it here, as you can see, it's a really good, really comfortable, good sized bed. It takes seconds to put up, seconds to put back down. And if the bed was ever made up, I've also left a little cut out in the board there so you can still gain full access to the fridge, so you're not having to put all of the bed away just to get into the kitchen unit or anything like that. Now to put it back, it's exactly the reverse. Another shuffle of the cushions around, slide the main ply board away, and then it's back into the sofa. So I'll just do that for you now. And there we go, within seconds, as I say, it's back from the bed, back into the full U-shaped sofa. And these cushions are all 6 inches deep on the sofa cushions. So I say comfort wise, these are super comfy, and it's a nice, really big, good sized bed slash sofa. Now when you're at the back as well, as I say, you can just sit back up, tilt the TV so it's actually level. And then as I say, you can just sit back, watch TV as much as you want, cook away, make the bed up. As I say, it's just a really nice, comfortable place to be, really. As I say, I've really enjoyed converting this van. I'm pretty pleased with how it's all turned out as well. And now it's a case of cracking on with the Mercedes that I've been working on. And just to round up, in the front, as you can see, there's a Pioneer double-din stereo. It's the 6-speed gearbox. It does have that all-important aircon button. So there we go. As I say, there's the dimmer switch for the lights. You can turn these all the way dimmed all the way down, increase it slowly as much as you want, all the way up to full brightness, and then turn them off and on as needed. So there we go, that's pretty much the van. There's a few other finishing touches I've also done. I've added a new side step, that's one of the Vanex side steps. I've also fitted a new rubber seal around the sliding door because the old one had deteriorated to the point where it was ripped throughout. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, do give that good old thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, consider hitting that subscribe button. So lots of content on my channel, but plenty more to come as well. And hopefully I'll see you on the next video of the series. Thanks for watching. Cheers.